The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everybody, how everybody's doing? Well, doing good. Okay. I would like to welcome you guys on the GoToWebinar website, joining us today, just like every week, every Wednesday at the same time at 2 p.m. GMT time. And to welcome you guys on Facebook Live joining us today. We've been doing these webinars every Wednesday on both on the GoToWebinar website, which I recommend you guys on Facebook Live, if you can go through GoToWebinar even now or on through our homepage or next week, it will be great because you'll have the ability to ask me questions during the webinar. If there's anything you didn't understand you would like me to clarify, so it will be a great for you. You guys can go to webinar. Let's do a technical check. Everybody can see the screen, hear my voice. We all good? Okay, you have a chat window. Okay, so if you have any questions, you guys can go to webinar. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to write me down and ask me. I'll try to answer all your questions. Of course, I'm going to leave some time for Q&A session at the end of the webinar. You guys on Facebook Live, of course, you can write down a comment if you like to ask me anything. Okay, I would like to thank you again for all the emails you sent me during the week. We have a very, I wanna start immediately because we have a very, very busy week. Okay, from now till Sunday, a lot of things going on in the market, a lot of opportunities to trade. I want to teach you, I want to show you, I want you to be part of it. And so welcome again. Everybody knows this is our homepage at itrader.com. Get free VIP tickets for Manchester City home games. The next game will be from, it's going to be Manchester City versus West Bromwich. So if you would like to attend to the VIP and get a ticket for free from us, contact your account manager, okay, you guys, and ask him about it. And okay, so by the way, joining the webinar is pretty easy. You can do it from, every week. All you have to do is just go, of course, it's for free, to the homepage, click on Save Me a Seat, put in your first name, last name, and email address, and then you can join us just by clicking here, okay? This is how you technically do that. By the way, just for you to know, we added here, up here, under trade, you see we have under trading tools, we have, of course, the economic calendar, the calculators, everything. The Guardian Angel, okay? You can click here. Let me show you. And put it on your MetaTrader. Okay, it's going to give you notifications and signal notifications on financial trends and so on. Of course, you're going to get pop-ups on the webinars. So every time when I'm doing a webinar every Wednesday, if you forgot or you need a reminder, you can get it through the trading platform on the MetaTrader. And not only that, it will show you trends. It will tell you on the margin call when you need to add more funds to your account and so on. So this is it's a great tool, and hopefully you will use it for your own good. All right. Any questions? We all good? Can we start? Okay, that's good. Okay, so the topic today. Okay, let's go back to the homepage and let's bring on the PowerPoint. Okay, as I said, it's going to be a very, very busy week. Okay, guys, and let's start. Now, this week should be very busy for traders, all right? If there's any time you want to trade, is the next few days from yesterday actually till Sunday. A lot of trading opportunities. I'm going to show you how the market reacts to these opportunities, what are the events, how do we trade these events, and so on and so on. So it's very, very important from you. You guys can go to webinar. If you have any questions, just write it down in the chat window. Okay, I want to do it interactive. I want to try to answer all your questions. I want everything to be clear. Of course, after the webinar, you're more than welcome to contact your account managers for further questions or write me down an email. We're here for you. You guys on Facebook, just write a comment under the live webinar, and I'm here to answer all your questions. So this week should be very busy for traders. Traders are recommended to prepare their trading accounts starting today. The amount of assets to trade is going to be huge. All right, will be huge. They will cover all asset types on everything: currencies, commodities, stocks, and indices. You can trade on all 4 categories in the next days, and let's try to understand why. So this is a preview of what to expect this week. Apple published its report yesterday. I don't know if you know, right now we're getting closer to, about 2 weeks, this earnings season will end. I had 2 webinars talking about the earnings season every quarter, every 3 months, okay? In the United States of America, all the big corporations that publish, that have stocks in the market, they publish their earning reports, and we can trade according to these reports and, of course, make profit. Now, this is a preview of what expected. Apple published yesterday. We're going to talk about what, you know what, let's talk about it now. Facebook and Tesla will publish their reports today after market, and you can find it, by the way, on the homepage. Let me show you. If you go to iTrader.com, you see you have under trade, most of them, you don't have all of them, but under news, I think. Yes, you see earnings season? You can click on that, and then you can get all, you see, these are the companies that are publishing. This is the symbol on MetaTrader 4, okay, the date, and if it's before or after market, as we said before, the reports are never during the trade, from 2:30 p.m. GMT time till 9, sorry, till 9, okay? So actually, I think right now they moved the clock, so it's from 1:30 to 8, but anyhow, right now the market is open for about 37 minutes already. The US market. Let's go to today, what is it, May 3rd? Yesterday, on May 2nd, we had Apple published after markets. Today we have Facebook, and it doesn't say here, but we have Tesla as well. Okay, I wrote it down on the PowerPoint just for you to know. Yesterday, Apple was very interesting because looking at the EPS, the earning per share, okay, looking at their profits, they were expected to make EPS of $2.02, the quarterly EPS. I'm not talking about the annually, I'm talking about a quarterly EPS, $2.02, and the results itself was $2.10, which means it was a bit over the estimated, but still, looking at the whole report, we saw that Apple, we expected Apple to sell in this quarter, I'm talking about January, February, and March, okay, to sell 52, that was the expectations of the analysis, 52 million iPhones, and they sold only 50.8 million iPhones, so it was a bit under. Today I heard that their CEO, Mr. Crook, is there? I think, what was his name? He talked about the fact that that actually they're going to have their 10 anniversary and so on, and they're going to publish the iPhone 8. So they said that people are still waiting for the iPhone 8, and this is why they didn't sell so much of the iPhone 7. Anyhow, let's see the reaction of the market. If we go to Apple, you can see that, let's go to Apple. This is Apple. This is a daily chart, which means that each candle that you see here represents one day. This was yesterday, and you see the gap down, okay? The gap down, yesterday it closed at, what is it, 147.40 something dollar per stock. Today, Apple opened here at around 145, which is $2 less, around 1%. And you see, this is a 5-minute chart. You see, it started here. You see the gap down because of the report. Okay, Apple went down all the way to 144, and right now, let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. Let's take a look at the index today. Nasdaq, because Apple is traded at Nasdaq. So the leading 100 stocks, technology stocks. Okay, Nasdaq is going down right now from the beginning, from here, but still Apple stock is going up. I think because of the low price and because of the report wasn't that bad. So we had a gap down. It might be a great opportunity for traders to rebuy Apple stock again. See, it's cheaper now. All right, so you can see the reaction of the market right here. Today after market, Facebook are going to publish, and Tesla, all right? So Don't forget to contact your account managers to ask all the details about it, or you can listen to previous webinars. I'm not going to do the whole webinar on the earnings season because we did it looking at the index, looking at the EPS, all the specifics, putting the lines of the support and resistance, if you remember. Okay, if not, contact your account managers because I want to talk about all the events. So Apple published its report yesterday. Facebook and Tesla will publish their reports today after market close. Facebook is the last thing we talk about. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google company to report. All right, these are the four major, sorry, where am I? Here. The four major technology companies, biggest in the United States, that reports. So we had Apple yesterday, by the way, and we have Facebook and Tesla today. Great opportunities. Again, Apple right now, much cheaper than it was yesterday. The report wasn't so bad. Think about what you want to do with this, all right? Okay, Tesla will report expectations for the new Tesla 3 cells. Okay, the new electric car. Tesla, what they do is they make electric cars. Actually, from next year, they started in Europe and in the United States. From next year, I think we're going to see a lot of electric cars. Think about the future. Right now, Tesla are doing it, Mobileye and so on. In about a few years, I think we're not going to drive our cars anymore. So it's going to be interesting. All right, electric cars of Tesla will report the Tesla 3 cells. Cars should be ready in July, by the way. Both stocks should provide traders with strong opportunities. Facebook and Tesla. Both stocks trading close to record highs, okay? And Nasdaq index right now is traded at record highs. Let me just show you on the market. Let's take a look at on three. Let's take a look on the stocks and on the index itself. So let's take an overlook. This is Facebook. Here is a daily report of Facebook. Let's zoom out a little bit. You see Facebook, huge uptrend. If you open it monthly, look at this, right? Okay, it's never been so high. We traded right now at around $151, $152 per stock. All times highs. Wherever you buy Facebook in the past few years, you make money, okay? After almost all the reports, they have good reports usually, so it opens with a gap up, and you can see on the daily chart that right now what you see today is Facebook is going down a little bit because of the reason that even though we have an uptrend, a lot of traders that were holding Facebook from a lower price, right now what they're doing, because there's reports after market hours and they don't want to take any risk, what they do right now, they're selling the Facebook, okay, they're selling the stock, they're taking cash, and then they're waiting for the report, and they're going to probably retrade again tomorrow. Okay, so this is very interesting what we see today, because people ask me, how come Facebook, after going up for so long, right now the price is going down a little bit? Not to take risk, right? Think about you buying Facebook stock at $130. Okay, we're talking here about, what is it, from February this year, and in 3 months you made around $20, $21 per stock, which is a lot. Okay, let me just try to show you. If you take leverage of 1 to 20 with us, iTrader, as a silver account, and you have only $10,000 in your account, all right, I just want to show you. You get a leverage of 20, which means you can trade as if you had $200,000, okay? And each stock, you would buy it at 130. You could take 1,538 stocks, multiply by, went up from 130 to 150, let's say, $20 per stock. We're talking about $30,000, almost $31,000 in about 3 months. Okay, so think about all the traders that bought Facebook stock around here, and you see this is a daily chart. See, we have much more green and gap ups than reds, and right now people are getting rid of the stock because of the risk with the report tomorrow, because no one knows what will happen, but all times record high, as I said. Let's take a look on Tesla. Same thing, electric cars, all right? Tesla, all times high. Okay, same thing. See, uptrend and then went down a little bit before the report because no one knows. And taking an overlook at the Nasdaq is the index that represents the 100 companies with the highest value in the United States. The index all times highs as well. This is the daily. Look at the monthly chart. Never been so high. Okay, 5,000, around more than 5,600 points. The market is booming up. Okay, great opportunities to trade, guys. Okay, back to the PowerPoint. Any questions? We good? Okay. Federal Reserve, right decision. Okay, we're done with the earnings season. Okay, we had Apple yesterday. We have Facebook and Tesla today. Take advantage of this. Take a look on previous webinars. We have it on the Facebook Live, on the Facebook homepage, and you can find it on YouTube as well. All right, just click iTrader and look for the webinar that's talking about the earnings season. I gave you there in 2 webinars, in 2 parts, all the tools to how to trade during the earnings season. Federal Reserve, the Central Bank of America, of the United States of America, Federal Reserve rate decision will take place, guess when? The biggest event in the market? Today at 6 GMT time, all right? So check if it's 9 or 8 your time, 6 GMT time PM. The rate is not expected to rise, supposed to stay at 1%. Expectations for the rest of the year could generate strong trading opportunities. Assets to trade will be the US dollar, of course, opposite correlation with the gold, and US banks are going with the US dollar the same direction. If it's going to say 1%, where do you find? You can find it on investing.com, or I open here, what is it, Forex Factory. Let me show you. You can find it here. You see the Fed, 6 p.m. GMT time, federal funds rate. The forecast is 1%. Last time we had 1%. We don't have a press conference today after that, so it's going to be, of course, if it's going to be higher than 1%, it's supportive for the dollar, negative for gold, and supportive for US banks. And the opposite, I don't think it's going to go down. But if it's going to stay at 1%, look at the financial news. And this is something interesting because I don't know if you know, but the Fed, okay, they're trying to keep the same amount of money that they have. We're talking about around $4 billion. How do they do that? They buy bonds, all right? They buy bonds back from the public, from the banks, the central bank. This is why it's called Fed reserves, okay? They buy the reserves, they buy the bonds, and this is how actually they pay money to the banks. Now think about it. If they're going to repurchase or stop repurchase the bonds, which means the money that the Fed has is going to be lower than 4 billion. And it might happen because right now with the indices, remember stocks and currencies work with an opposite correlation. If they're going to stop repurchase the bonds from the banks, it means the banks are going to have less money, less dollars. Less dollars, if we have less than something, it means that the price should go up. Okay? It's like 2 interest rate decisions, 2 hikes. So I don't know if you really understood, if you understood what I say, but if look at the financial news, if it's going to stay at 1%, and you see that the Fed are not going to buy bonds from the banks, it means the banks should have more dollars, or less dollars, I'm sorry, and then the US dollar should go up, and the opposite. If you're going to stay with this policy, the US dollar might go down and gold might go up, and US banks as well, of course. US banks with the US dollar, same correlation. Okay. Of course, don't forget to do the technical analysis to put the support and resistance levels to understand the high and the low prices of the assets. We good with the Fed? Today is the interest rate. You're going to see a huge reaction in the market. 6 p.m. GMT time, rate decision. The NFP, look how many events, look at how many opportunities you have this week. Guys, the NFP will be released on Friday at 12:30 GMT, PM GMT time. Can Donald Trump keep jobs coming in? All right, this is very interesting. Donald Trump has a huge problem with the Congress right now. Okay, we talked about it in all the webinars from the beginning of the year. Since Donald Trump was elected, which is more than 100 days, we're talking about, he started to be a president at January 20th. He talked about cutting taxes and government spending. Now, what happened? He needed to take the money from somewhere. He can't just invent money, right? So he tried to cancel the Obamacare. I don't know if you remember the last president, Barack Obama. What he did, he decided to do a lot of government spending to put a lot of money in the healthcare and actually help the public with the healthcares. Now, Obama, what he tried to do is to cancel the Obamacare and lower the taxes. Okay, what really happens is the Congress right now is not going with him, And Trump will need to actually convince them by showing them during this job report, the NFP, non-farm payroll, okay, on this coming Friday, where there's going to be less unemployment. If unemployment is going to go down, which means more people are employed, if the NFP itself of the number of new jobs, new salaries, new payrolls from last month, every first Friday of the month we have the NFP from last month, if it's higher than expected, it's going to be great for Trump, it's going to be great for the US dollar, okay? Another good report could present some market relief and a stronger US market, okay? Trump needs a good report in order to gain popularity, as I just said a few seconds ago. Okay, so we have the NFP, we have the rate decision today, and we have the earnings season. We had Apple yesterday, and Facebook and Tesla today. Okay, on Sunday, okay, we have the French elections. Okay, we have two nominators that are still, one of them is going to be the president, either Emmanuel, I'll try to say it with a French accent, Emmanuel Macron, was it good? And Marine Le Pen. Okay, Marine Le Pen and Emmanuel Macron. One of them is going to be the president. You see Le Pen versus Macron. Le Pen is anti-Europe, not Europe, but European Union, and he is pro. Okay, now the euro will react to result together with the European Union stock market. Now think about it. On June 24th, okay, go back with me. June 24th, 2016, we had a UK referendum. In UK, let's go to the UK and then go back to France to understand how the market should react. Going back to, let me show you, you know what? It's going to be easier, I think. Let me show you in the MetaTrader. We have time. Good. All right, so British pound versus, let's say, the US dollar. Let's take major currencies, daily chart, and let's go back. Okay, you see this huge red candle? This is June 24th. This is when the British surprised all of us, and by 51% to 49%, they have decided to not be part of the European Union anymore. Okay? Brexit, British exit. Why? Because of immigration problems, political problems, a lot of regulation issues. We're not going to go through everything, but they've decided, and then the pound crashed by 11%. It went down, right? Okay, because if not going to be part of Europe, so the pound worth less. Now, and then the prime minister resigned, and Theresa May became the president, the prime minister. And look at this. Right now, the pound, this is a daily chart, is getting stronger since Theresa May have decided to do the elections on June 8th. She surprised us. Why? Because she didn't have a lot of power in the British Parliament, okay, to do the Brexit with the terms that the British will want them. Okay, the UK, they wanted a certain terms to go out of Europe. Right now, she doesn't have all the power in the British Parliament, okay, to do it the way she wants it. So she decided to go to elections on June 8th. And then people, the traders, the market started to ask itself, will there be a Brexit? Because they told us it's going to take place on March. Right now, it's the beginning of May. Okay, nothing happened yet. The Brexit is not happening yet. So the British pound became stronger right now. Okay, now let's go back to the French elections. Okay, I want to ask you a question. If Le Pen from the right extreme wing is going to be elected, do you think she wants to be a part of the European Union or not? Very national. Think about it. Do you think if Le Pen is going to be elected? Okay, let me repeat the question. Do you think France will go and try to still be part of the EU, the European Union, or not? Of course, right. And the answer is not. So if she's gonna, what do you think will happen to the euro if Le Pen is gonna be elected? Right, crash down. And if Macron is gonna be elected, the opposite. Great, you're smart traders, aren't you? Okay, you're supposed to be millionaires already. Okay, She's anti-EU and he's pro-European Union. The euro will react to the result together with the US stock market. Of course, don't forget to put support and resistance levels before you trade. And of course, guys, good luck. Let's go back to the MetaTrader. See what? Okay, you have everything on the here. You see, you have on Forex Factory. You have the federal funds rate in 2 days. Let's go. 2 days from now. We have, you see the NFP, where is it? Non-farm payroll, average hourly earnings 0.3 is 194, and unemployment rate supposed to be around 4.6%. Okay? Any number that is better than 194, lower than this, and higher than this should be very supportive for the US dollar and negative for the gold. So look at how many events we have from now till next week. Okay? Take advantage of all these events, and I want you to contact your account managers right now, okay? And ask for help for each event, okay? Ask the right questions, and I want you to build your portfolio right, okay? Let's try to make some serious cash here. Any questions? Anything you didn't understand, you would like me to clarify during the webinar, you would like me to repeat? I'm here for you guys. I want to give you a minute or two. Try to answer all your questions and see that we're doing good. Alrighty then. So, thank you. Okay, good. So we have the, let me repeat. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. Let me repeat everything, show you from the beginning. Let's go step by step. Do it fast, okay? Apple published yesterday. Facebook and Tesla are going to publish today. Pay attention to the reports. Another thing, we have the Fed Reserve decision, okay? The interest rate decision today, 6 p.m. GMT time. Pay attention to what the Fed is going to do with the bonds. If it's supportive to the US dollar, it's supposed to be negative for the gold and supportive for US banks, or the opposite. NFP on Friday, and French elections on this coming Sunday, whether it's going to be bad for the euro or good for the euro and the European Union stock market. All right? I would like to thank you very much for participating. You're more than welcome. You guys on Facebook, if you know you don't work with us, this is the time, all right? Just go here. This is our, let's go to the homepage at itrader.com. All you have to do is to click on open account, fill in your details. We're gonna call you back and guide you through. I'm gonna be here next week, just like every Wednesday at 2 p.m. GMT time, talking about the webinars of the same week. And that's about it. You guys on Facebook, try to join us from here, okay? From the GoToWebinar, it will be much easier. You can ask questions, and I think the quality even of the webinar will be better. Okay, so thank you very much for participating. Have a great one, and write me emails. Okay, all right. Thank you. Bye bye.